Out of 23,000 stations, we had about 632 of them that we knew would be troublesome. And then we had to shift our resources, both personnel and other things, on those areas. We had some few flare-ups before elections. One was in Durban, the taxi industry, actually the one in Potchefstroom, but most significant one was at Umtata, where almost everybody was very much scared that it might spread and stop the easy movement of elections. You remember that on the first day, 107 stations could not open there. But law enforcement, they dealt with that one quickly. And I'm glad that people that have called for that chaos, both of them are arrested now. They were arrested yesterday, appearing in court today, and many more other arrests of those people that have been causing problems. If I'm not mistaken, about 50 people that had to do with the problem during the elections have been arrested. So we're fine. Up to this point, we don't have any major problem that has disturbed the elections around the country. We, from the side of law enforcement, were very okay.
Of that over 50, Minister, was this on election day or is this over a period of time?
It would be on almost 3 days. We count it on 3 days. We created what was saying is the scanning of the country. A day before elections, every day we meet at 7 a.m. for an hour to scan the country between the police national commissioner, deputies, divisional commissioner, and all provincial commissioners in the ministry. We meet. That will be a day before and during and including today, between 7 and 8. So it will be on those days where we get all information and we plan for the day. We are planning on daily basis coming to now. But tomorrow we're not meeting, so we'll meet again after the elections. But the time that we're looking at mostly is after elections, where people, some going for celebrations, some going for chaos, some despondent, some happy. That might give us an extra work, but we are ready. We have not withdrawn any form of forces where we have deployed until everything is safe and done.
And I want to talk about that, Minister. It's past election day now, but the concern is after the results have been announced. You said you've not withdrawn any of your boots on the ground. Is this because you are concerned, or you perhaps intelligence on the ground is telling us that there is a possibility of a certain level of unrest from unhappiness, perhaps?
If you remember, there were statements of some people getting 2/3, and if not 2/3 coming, there will be chaos and all those. Even before now, before election, some people were arrested for those statements. As I've said, that 2 more have been arrested for the statements that they issued before Umtata. So in our planning, we realized that the announcement of results might be one of the very crucial day. So our planning goes a day or 2 after planning. So it's both intelligence, but also just scanning the country and understanding what people have been saying towards elections and immediately after elections.
Minister, I know you've touched on security issues. Clement here, we're live on 702. What do you feel about the results announcement? I mean, it's a bloodbath for the ANC. The projections are that you're going to end up here at around 41-42%. Over 60% of the votes have been counted. What do you think the voters have communicated to you as the organization?
Well, I'm not a spokesperson for the African National Congress.
Please wear your ANC head for
Absolutely. Now I'm not going to do that. There is a leadership of the ANC here. The DSG is here. The chair is here. You speak to those people. For now, I'm looking at the security of the country. One of your colleagues asked when this government goes, and was told that until the new president is inaugurated and staying with the minister, and he further asked if is Bheki Cele still a minister, tell him that I'm still there. That's my job. What I can say now, I'm very proud with what the police have done, and I definitely put kudos. They've done a very good job. On that one, I'll talk, but on other thing, there is a leadership of the African nation.
So let me not ask you about the ANC. Personally, as someone who's been with the movement for so long, how do you feel just as an ordinary member of the organization when you look at how you were really having South Africans respond to you in these elections?
Well, it can be good, but as an ANC, you go back, look at that and reflect and see how we take matters forward.
You've been reflecting for the last 10, 15 years.
Definitely not.
You have. You've been talking about renewal for the last 15 years.
That's not reflection.
What is reflection going to mean now?
Reflection would be reflecting about the results and all that kind of thing. We'll be talking about what has happened. Other things that have been going on all the time in life. Clement, there's nothing new about the renewal. We've been going on with the renewal. That has been happening. But the reflection is about the results. As an ANC National Executive in the province, we'll be talking.
As an ANC member, what do you think of the MK party? Jacob Zuma's party is really what has shown you lots of trouble, not only in KwaZulu-Natal, but nationally as well.
Well, that's a new party. Maybe in KZN, there was a little bit of expectation of that. They have surpassed our expectation, but there was an expectation when you look at the things on the ground. That's why the leadership there nationally, they have to sit down and look at it.
Are you quite disappointed with the manner in which, the ANC has fared so far in KwaZulu-Natal? In particular, because I recall General, during the election campaign, you also had something to say about the former President Jacob Zuma, who was part of your political party. So are you quite disappointed with the way that the ANC has fared thus far in KwaZulu-Natal?
Well, about the former president, I'm not going to change my stance and my thoughts about him. I've said that is known. Yes, losing in whatever form, whether it's a soccer match, whether it's a tennis match, you can't lose and go out and say, I'm so happy that I've lost. And naturally, you will be disappointed.